Hey everyone, I'm Brandon Gaylor with Gaylor Property Service, and today is going to be a gravel customer rant. So I started out with 2 jobs, 2 gravel hauls, 2 tons of gravel each in Knoxville. They're about, the 2 jobs are about 10 minutes apart, or like 10 minutes drive apart. So my plan was to, at 9 o'clock, go to the first customer, which I got there like 9:15 because of road construction, which was fine. Got there, backed up, fixing it up. He looked at it, said he didn't want it. He wanted bigger rock. I bought crush and run, which is what I give everybody if they don't specify what they want, and everybody's been fine with it. So he looked at that and he wanted the like 1-inch size rock. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'll come back later and bring you the bigger rock instead of the crush and run. He was happy with that. It seemed like he wanted it and all that. He said, come back another day, or I'm like, okay, I'll come back later this week. And so I have like an hour to kill for the next job, because I already have the gravel for the next job. I don't have to go to the quarry, which is about 15 minutes away, to get more. So I went to an estimate that I had lined up that it was about 15 minutes away. So I went to it. I did the estimate. It took me probably 30-40 minutes there. And during that time, I messaged the second customer and said, hey, can I come a little bit early? Then while I was doing the estimate, he said, sure. Anyways, the estimate it's actually for a family member. It's a mulch job plus trimming some trees, which I don't have the stuff to trim trees. So my father-in-law is going to help me do it, since it is the family member. So we're going to do that for them, and I'll haul the mulch for them. We're planning on doing that Wednesday. Anyways, I was there probably 30-40 minutes or so. So I head to the next customer with the first customer's gravel, the crush and run. I get to him, I'm probably about 15 minutes earlier or so there than when I'm scheduled. I had it scheduled for 10:30, so I think I got there about 10:15. I turn around, back it up, dump it, all that. He pays me, he's happy, just like it normally is every other time. So, like, okay, I've got enough time to go to the quarry and go back to this first customer. So I go to the quarry, which is about, I think, 18 minutes away is what it said. So I go there. I get number 57, which is about 1 inch, like 3/4 1-inch rock. So I get all that, get loaded up, pay for it. It was like $42 and some change. It all looks good. It's the bigger rock like he wants. It took maybe 15 minutes at the quarry to get the rock, if that. So about 10:30, I'm headed back, maybe a little later. And on my House Call Pro app, I hit on my way and text the customer and tell them that I'm en route and headed to them. As soon as I did that, like a minute later, he said cancel. And he said it'll have to be another day. I'm like, I just bought it. He didn't say nothing back. And I said, if you're not there, I can deliver it and send you an invoice. You can pay with a card. Haven't heard anything from him. It's been about 15 minutes ago. So, yeah, I don't think he wasn't planning on getting what he wanted today, but he was a different day. But I was doing my best to get it to him today. So, and now I told him I could deliver it and he'd pay with a card, and he hasn't messaged me back or anything. So he clearly doesn't want it, and I'm not going to deal with him. So this guy, if he wants it later in the week, I'm not going to deal with him. He can get it from somebody else, or I won't even message him back. We'll see what happens, if he ever says anything back. So I have a load of 57 size headed back to my house, and I'll probably dump it out on my driveway and use it at home. So it's not going to waste, but this is $47 or $42 and some change worth of gravel. I could get this at Crab Orchard for $20. So if I'm going to buy it for myself, I'm going to pick out a time that I'm in Crab Orchard and get it for $20 instead of $42. But he's wasted some of my time today, some of my fuel, and $42 on money. So, not a good customer. I won't be going back to him again. He also said he had a place in Harriman or something like that he was wanting gravel. So, not going to that either. He can get it for somebody else. Anyways, this is part of the hauling game, I guess. So far, I've only had 2 people not want what I gave them. The first woman was kind of a stuck-up woman in Knoxville once again. Most people's been to Knoxville, so it's the city people. The country people, they're all super great. They're happy and nice and everything. The city people has been the one most of them's been nice, but the 2 that done me wrong has been both Knoxville people. And the first lady, I brought her wood chips, and she didn't want them. She wanted like fancy wood chips. So, and then now this guy wanted different gravel than the basic crush and run, which is fine. But now that I have it, he doesn't want it. So he can get lost and get somebody else to bring him gravel. Not gonna be me. Anyways, that's my rant for the day. If you're in the hauling business, or probably any kind of business, be careful with your customers and try to do the best to communicate with them. I try to do that. I mean, I was trying to bring him what he wanted today instead of waiting for another day. So, to me, that's better customer service than putting it off. And now that I have it, he doesn't want it. So, oh well. Tomorrow's another day. I don't have anything scheduled tomorrow. I do have somebody in Sweetwater wanting some gravel, but he hasn't. He mentioned me last night, but he hasn't mentioned me back today, so not sure if he wants it or not. The cool thing was, I was actually planning to go to Sweetwater and look at a camper for me in Beverly Jackson. So I told him I was actually planning to be in Sweetwater tomorrow, and if you want it tomorrow, that's great. But I haven't heard back from him, so we'll see. Wednesday, I'm going to do the family members mulch job. And then Thursday or Friday, I will probably finish the detail I did last week because the lady left early. Only got like part of it done. I'll probably finish that, and then one day, Thursday or Friday, either one, I'll probably go back to the family member's house that died and help clean out some of that house. So, last week didn't really seem like a big week to me, but it was actually the second best week I've done. I did about $1,300, so that's pretty good. I think the most I've ever done in a week is like $1,500. So it felt like a slow week, but it really wasn't. This week, not starting out good, but I thought it was going to be a pretty busy week, which it still may end up being. Anyways, that's my little rant for the day. Be careful if your guys are hauling material, gravel or wood chips or mulch or whatever. Be careful, and the customer will change their mind like that. So, thanks for watching. See y'all next time. Bye.